Amendment number 25
Okay, so the proceedings underway in the Rajya Sabha, but let's put the focus right now on the Prime Minister's speech there, which went on for the last 90 minutes, where he lashed out at the opposition on a series of issues. Mind you, the opposition was missing in the Rajya Sabha, choosing to stage a walkout right in the beginning, right after non-stop sloganeering, and the Prime Minister making it very clear that he would continue with his speech. But that didn't stop the Prime Minister from lashing out at the opposition, from lashing out at the Congress on two particular issues. One about what played out in the Lok Sabha, including the fact that he wasn't allowed to speak in the Parliament, in the Lok Sabha yesterday. And secondly, over Rahul Gandhi's taunt at Minister Ravneet Singh Bittu. The Prime Minister making a mention of both, saying that Rahul Gandhi, and not referring to Rahul Gandhi by name, saying that a leader of the Congress in this Parliament insulted a Sikh colleague only so that to send across a message to the community. And this is the Prime Minister hitting out at the Congress over what played out yesterday, the drama that played out in the Parliament complex. So over 90 minutes with the Prime Minister speaking on this issue, lashing out at the opposition, also on the non-stop abuses that he's faced. Mind you, not a single member of the opposition was present in the Rajya Sabha during the speech, choosing to stage a walkout as the Prime Minister made it clear that he will steam on with his address despite all of the protests, despite all of the ruckus and sloganeering. But as far as the Prime Minister's speech is concerned and the highlights really of what he said, number one, you had the Prime Minister hitting out at Rahul Gandhi on a slew of issues. One was, of course, over that exchange with Ravneet Singh Bittu yesterday in the Parliament complex, where there was the taunt that Rahul Gandhi fired saying traitor at Ravneet Singh Bittu. That was followed also by him taking a jibe at Rahul Gandhi, saying that the Congress has failed in several attempts at startups. Clearly a jibe once again at Rahul Gandhi, which the Prime Minister has heard before as well. Besides that, on all of the abuses, particularly the slogan of Khabar Khudegi, which has been referred to previously against the Prime Minister, he's responded to that in a detailed counter where he's listed the number of achievements of his government to say this is why they continue to abuse me. But says that the people's blessings are with me and so it will account for nothing, the abuses that come my way. As we get you some of those highlights, we're going to play out for you snippets of the Prime Minister's speech, particularly what he had to say on the Gaddar controversy. What played out yesterday became a big national talking point. The BJP's almost made this a campaign of sorts. Let's get you some of those highlights of the Prime Minister's speech as well. What he had to say on the traitor taunt from Rahul Gandhi and his response to that, saying that this was an insult to the entire Sikh community. We'll play that out for you first.
कल जो घटना घटी, इसी सदन के एक माननीय सांसद कांग्रेस के शातिर दिमाग जिनका है ऐसे एक युवराज ने उनको गद्दार कह दिया। अहंकार कितनी सातवें आसमान पर पहुंच चुका है इनका। और कांग्रेस को छोड़कर के कितने ही लोग निकले हैं, कांग्रेस के कितने टुकड़े हुए हैं, कई लोग दूसरे दलों में गए हैं, लेकिन औरों को तो किसी को गद्दार नहीं कहा उन्होंने। लेकिन कल सांसद को गद्दार इसलिए कहा क्योंकि वो सिख थे। ये सिखों का अपमान था, ये गुरुओं का अपमान था। और कांग्रेस के अंदर जो कूट कूट करके सिखों के प्रति नफरत भरी पड़ी है ना, उसका वो अभिव्यक्ति थी। और उनको जरा भी दर्द नहीं, वरना आज खड़े होकर के कह सकते थे कि कल जो हुआ इसी सांसद की गरिमा के अनुरूप नहीं था, हमें खेद है। एक शब्द तो बोल लेते, लेकिन सिखों के प्रति उनके मन में जो नफरत भरी पड़ी है, और इसी के कारण उन्होंने कल, और जिसका परिवार देश के लिए शहादत देने वाला परिवार के वो सदस्य हैं, उन्हें अपने राजनीतिक विचारों में परिवर्तन किया, इसलिए गद्दार हो गए। और ये गद्दार शब्द छोटा नहीं है। मेरे देशवासी को कोई गद्दार कहे, ये कैसे देश सहन करेगा? और वो भी ये सिख है इसलिए गद्दार कहना। बहुत दुर्भाग्य की बात है। और ऐसे लोग कांग्रेस को नहीं डुबाएंगे तो क्या करेंगे? मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलने वाले मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी के नारे लगा रहे हैं जी। ये कौन सी मोहब्बत की दुकान है जो देश के ही किसी नागरिक के कब्र खोदने के सपने देखती हो? ये कौन सा संविधान से उन्होंने सीखा है जो देश के ही किसी नागरिक के कब्र खोदने की बात करते हो? क्या ये संविधान का अपमान नहीं है? क्या ये मानवता का अपमान नहीं है? क्या ये सार्वजनिक जीवन की मर्यादाओं का अपमान नहीं है? और उनको इसका कोई खेद नहीं है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, ये मोदी की कब्र क्यों खोदना चाहते हैं? ये सिर्फ नारा नहीं है, ये इनके भीतर पड़ी हुई नफरत का प्रतिबिंब है, इसकी अभिव्यक्ति है। और वे इसलिए हैं, हमने 370 की दीवार गिरा दी, इसलिए वो मोदी की कब्र खोदना चाहते हैं। हमने नॉर्थ ईस्ट में बम, बंदूक और आतंक का जो छाया बना रहता था, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में शांति और विकास का राह अपनाई, इसलिए वो मोदी की कब्र खोदने पर सोच रहे हैं। पाकिस्तानी आतंकियों को घर में घुस करके जवाब देते हैं, इसलिए मोदी की कब्र खोदने की बात कर रहे हैं। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर करते हैं, इसकी उनको परेशानी होती है और इसलिए वो मोदी की कब्र खोदते हैं। माओवादी आतंक से देश को मुक्ति दिलाने के लिए साहसपूर्ण कदम उठा रहे हैं, इसलिए मोदी की कब्र खोदनी है आपको। हमें नेहरू जी ने देश के साथ बहुत बड़ा अन्याय किया था, सिंधु जल समझौता करके। उस सिंधु जल समझौते को हमने एबेंस में डाल दिया। क्या इसलिए आप मोदी की कब्र खोदने के नारे लगा रहे हो?
So the two big headlines there that we just played out, one on the controversy that played out with Rahul Gandhi's comments yesterday, where Prime Minister said this is an insult to the entire Sikh community, and the other over the constant abuses that the Prime Minister has faced. And all through this, Gaurav Sawant is of course with me on this broadcast. Gaurav, all through this, the opposition was missing. That didn't stop the Prime Minister from attacking the Congress, attacking the opposition.
Look, this is actually a very fierce attack and very pinpointed, a very sharp attack by the Prime Minister on the opposition on every count. So, for example, when he spoke of the President of India being insulted, so he spoke of her background and then he linked it to people of her background being insulted. So it's not one person. So for example, when he brought the Sardar versus Gaddar, Ravneet Singh Bittu being insulted. So it wasn't about one member of parliament or a minister being insulted. It was the Sikh community was being insulted. When he spoke, the Peetasin Adhikari or the the chair was a member of parliament from Assam. So he said it's the people of Assam who are being insulted. People from Andhra Pradesh who are being insulted. So it was a pinpointed attack. And on Modi Teri Kabru Khudegi, he's revived that slogan that the opposition or the Congress is reported to have made systematically. Why he says, why Modi Teri Kabru Khudegi? Because he's targeting Pakistan state-sponsored radical Islamist terror. He's holding Indus Waters Treaty in abeyance. He's, ghar mein ghus kar marenge, targeting terror at home. All of these are reasons that the opposition wants him, or the Congress, pinpointed attack on the Congress, that the Congress wants him dead because electorally, 3 elections, they haven't been able to defeat him.
Ultimately, the Prime Minister today, in that nearly 100-minute speech, about 97 minutes of that speech in the Rajya Sabha, this was meant to happen in the Lok Sabha yesterday. it couldn't happen. The Prime Minister referred to that also, saying the temple of democracy has been shamed. You ultimately look at it, Gaurav, if the opposition was in the Rajya Sabha today and the Prime Minister fired all of those attacks, you would have had an opportunity for the opposition to also respond, whereas now you've essentially given it on a platter to the Prime Minister to make all of these attacks uncountered.
So the opposition also has a strategy. They know that once the Prime Minister speaks and if they interrupt, it will already the BJP has made it those 6 Congress members of Parliament women members of Parliament who went close to the Prime Minister's chair in Lok Sabha. They've made it about and then Speaker Om Birla himself that this was unprecedented and an attempt to target the Prime Minister of the country. So the opposition knows that the BJP will just spirit around and put them on the mat, and that's exactly what the Prime Minister has done in his address. Point 1. Point 2. He targeted, independent India's first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, that he saw the 35 crore population of India as a problem. His daughter, late Indira Gandhi, she saw the 57 crore Indians, the population of India as a problem. He says, I see them as a solution. They see them as a problem. So, he's just juxtaposing how different his style of governance is vis-a-vis their style of governance. Also on the issues like the Bogibeel Bridge. Now, that's something that, you and I, and we've all reported that pending projects for such a long time, and that Bogibeel bridge is actually a beautiful link between Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, needed for decades, finally done only now. And he says, I deliver, they only imagine and talk.
Which is why I ask, is this really a smart strategy of the opposition to have chosen to stage a walkout right in the beginning when the Prime Minister made it very clear that despite all the sloganeering, the ruckus, he's going to continue with the speech? Was it a smart strategy of the opposition to stage a walkout? Should they have stayed on in the Rajya Sabha? A senior member of Parliament like Mr. Kharge seated there, getting an opportunity to respond to the Prime Minister, raise his hand in a democracy, say that, we don't agree with you on that particular point. Would that have been a smarter strategy than to stage a walkout? Ultimately, look, the opposition has made it clear that they had no plan whatsoever to sit by to listen to the Prime Minister's speech, maintaining very clearly that they didn't want to be a part of it, saying, let the LOP speak first. So that political showdown continues. But what we've seen right now is the Prime Minister hitting out even at Rahul Gandhi, not naming Rahul Gandhi, mind you, but saying a Congress leader from the Parliament insulted an entire Sikh community, also taking a jibe about startups within the Congress.